You'll see a lot of that. You'll see a lot of soldiers going in, and we've actually gone in and spliced in these giant fighting machines. And simply the process of going through and almost traveling back in time. There were a lot of people out actually back in the late 1800s with cameras. These people were out there filming things, and you can literally travel back in time. And that was one of the cool parts about making this film, because the filmmaking team at Pendragon actually got to have this very cool experience of getting to travel back in time and live, in a sense, in this era that most people have forgotten about. It was really interesting to see how many people in the early 1900s rode bicycles. I mean, it's still fairly common today, but, you know, cars are far more prevalent. The prevalence of electric streetcars is kind of, to use a pun, shocking, because we don't see that as much these days. It's like, well, what happened there? And that's its own interesting story. So I guess when you go see the film, if you look at all that old footage, you start to kind of look into another world. And of course, we've altered the footage to portray the narrative that we're trying to portray, which is the narrative that Earth was attacked by Martians in the 1900s, and this is a thing that, of course, really happened, and they almost beat us and turned us into their cattle, their food, but we were able to stave them off, not through our own. Well, I don't want to spoil the resolution to the story if you actually haven't read the novel or seen any of the other versions, but it's, of course, classic science fiction. And of course, you know, the fun spin is that it does have that feel of, you know, being a documentary, and it does actually look like it's something that really happened. And of course, we used reenactments in the same way that documentaries use reenactments as well, to fill in some gaps and add kind of the love plot that was present in the novel. So much went into both creating the Martian and creating the fighting machine, and I think I can get away with telling you that fighting machine was not it was not CGI. That was a handmade model. So when you see the fighting machine enter the frames, you're gonna see the actual handmade model. That's all I can really think of to say about the film today. I may pop on and do another one of these video blogs in the future. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of information. I mean, this is a pretty informal video blog, but I thought I'd just throw something out there, some tidbits, behind the scenes stuff, because I didn't get the chance to do that in some of the other behind-the-scenes material. Oh, by the way, if you buy the DVD, there is a lot of really cool behind-the-scenes stuff on there that you get a chance to see. I think some of it's also on YouTube, and, you know, if you're watching this, you've probably seen some of that too, but, you know, the DVD is its own unique thing, and it's kind of cool to have a thing you can hold in your hand, and rather than just something digital. So this is Jesse Zesbaugh, co-producer of War of the Worlds: A True Story, signing off.